the WCEG Media Enterprise, where we are the worldwide community empowerment group, where we speak life into the community. Log us on WCEGTalkRadio.com. Watch us live on your smart television or Roku, cable, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now fan base, Blue Sky, and Twitch. Search us for WCEG and subscribe, like, connect, and follow us on all social media platforms. My name is Damita Chatman. I'm your host for the next hour. Anything that is said today is opinions of the host and not the producer. Download our free WCEG mobile app and say, Alexa, play WCEG Talk Radio. Thank you so much. My name is Damita Chatman, and I'm here for your next hour, maybe 30 minutes. We'll just see how we flow. Um, Today, we're just going to talk about the importance of this election that's coming up. The election is important all right now across the United States, but the election is very important for the state of Georgia. And the reason I say the state of Georgia, in order for anything to get done, they're going to have Georgia. So it is important for Georgia to be turned blue in this election. Can it be turned blue? Absolutely. Will it turn blue? I don't know. But what I will tell my fellow Democrats, we have to get on one accord. We have to make sure that we back candidates that is going to be for the people, not agendas, not personal resumes, or not just trying to get election to get a paycheck. Yes, I said it, a paycheck. But we need people that are going to be servant leaders. Now, let me say this. Let's talk about the governor race in the state of Georgia right now. You have so many in that race. I think you only had one that dropped out. It's going to split the Democratic votes. Now, what they're doing is they're only picking the three top contenders and leaving the other folks out. Is it right? Maybe, maybe not. But I say if everybody is on the ballot, they should treat everybody like they're on the ballot. But it's not happening. So what happened is you got three Democrats. I think it's Michael Thurman, Keisha Lance Bottoms, and the Duncan man that was a Republican but turned to be a Democrat to get the Democrat support. Now listen to this. You can't tell me that you have changed your whole perspective on how the Democrats' information, they process work when you were totally against them a couple years ago. So now you in the race for the governors for Democrats. Now I didn't say this. I'm just going to repeat what a Republican told me. I said you have your former colleague in this race. So how do y'all feel about that? And this come from Republicans, and this come from several Republicans, not just one or two, several. They said if he came back to the Republican Party that day, that they would never ever support him again. That come from the Republicans. So of course now he's over in the Democrat Party, and I saw where the former NAACP president endorsed him. I saw where they were at a church in the church Nim, I think, endorsed him. But let me say this. Do you think a wolf would change their coats overnight? If you're a wolf 3 years ago, you're a wolf 2 years ago, you're that same wolf. And what happens is what I see within the Democrat Party is you have these people come in and they're changed their status, and then they'll get the votes, and then they'll go back to where they come from. I believe Democrats need to pay attention to everything. They need to go in and vent these candidates. Some elections is nonpartisan, but when you know they're Republican, ain't nowhere in the world that I will put my party on the line when I know something ain't right, because they're not going to put their self on the line. Period. And I don't have anything to against the Republicans, but I'm gonna tell you this: I know for a fact they are not going to change up for you, me, and nobody else. Period. They're not. If they were going to change up and do what's right, they would have went into the chamber knowing that people is on a partial shutdown and say, look, this is what we need to do. They control the House, they control everything. Look, we need to get these people back to work. It ain't happened. They could have went into the chamber and say, look, the price of gas, food, electricity, everything is going up. We need to do something about this. Nobody haven't done that. When folks show you your hand, y'all better believe them. Do these folks care about America right now? Absolutely not. Because if they loved America so well, they wouldn't do what they do. I know folks gonna get mad with me because I'm saying what I'm saying, but the truth is the truth. It's the facts. And sometimes we as people, we go along. If you know it's bleeding, just say it's bleeding. Don't say, well, it ain't bleeding. Yes, it is. Nobody in this world can tell me that the United States is better off now than it was 6 years ago. Nobody can make me believe that. They're closing up shops daily. Why they're closing up shops? Because things have come to become so expensive. They can't afford what they're getting. Okay, well, you say, well, we don't want China. We don't want them to do stuff overseas to do stuff. We want America. But if America is not equipped to do it, how are we going to do it? We need to stop playing games with the American people and just do what's right. I realize that elections can be so nasty. And if you know you're doing the right thing, do it. Don't compromise. Don't compromise your soul for foolishness. I look at uh, elected officials. They'll say everything that's good while they're running. Oh, everything is so good. They're going to help the people. Once they get in office, you don't hear from them no more until the next election. And if they have people that's running, their friends, the ones that went to kindergarten with, the ones that they're in organizations with, the ones they go to the church with, if they want to further their agenda, they get these people on board to help them move their agenda along. And then once their agenda is moving along, they put everybody in place. They put everybody in place, and then there we go. When are we going to stop selling the people out? Not only go that just don't go for the elected officials, you guys. That go for community leaders. When you believe in something and you know it's right, why sell the people out? Why sell the community out? For what? Now, for me, I'm only talking about me. I'm not selling nobody out. What I stood for yesterday, stood for 4 years ago, I still am on the same platform. It's all about the people. But we get so caught up trying to make a dollar and campaign favors and looking for jobs that we will sell our soul out. I'm going to be honest with you. If I had to sell folks out, I'd rather just go in my house and don't come out no more. That's me. Integrity is everything. And that's why when we look at these elections and we can't move up the ladder, it's the reason why we can't move up the ladder. Because we're selling folks out. And then don't get in office. I'm putting this on my page because somebody just said that they didn't have it on my page. Uh don't 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 get in office and switch up. If you had the same core values and beliefs before you got in office, stick to that. Just stick to it. Be your own boss. Because I've said and I say it again, when people own you, they own you. I see a lot of elected officials be owned by another elected official. Well, Damita, what you mean about that? I'm finna tell you. We had a flyer was going through social media, and residents of our city was concerned about it. And so I told the people, I said, look, don't go out on social media. I'm asking you, please don't go out on social media to start blasting these people for these endorsements. Don't do it. Let me see if I can talk to them and, kind of get understanding. And so I made a few calls, and this is what they told me. Miss Chapman, we're loyal to them. You're loyal to them. You're not loyal to the people, the voter. No, we're loyal to the elected officials because the elected officials helped us and we're going to help them. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we are loyal to them. In other words, when I got out the conversation, I don't give a rat's about the people. It's about the elected officials. They went on to tell me, we don't even live in your city, Miss Chapman, but we are loyal to those elected officials. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we don't care how many times they be on the news. We don't care how many times they talk to the residents crazy. We are loyal to them. When I got off the phone, the only thing I can do was say thank you. Didn't make another call. But what I will say is, you got to go to the ballot. And I'm going to remember those conversations. Because if you can't, that let me know that you're not for the people. How can you be for the people when you have not all, but some elected officials that is just gone rogue? How could you tell me you for the people? I got a disturbing call this morning. High elected official is calling people, cussing them out because they're supporting another person. How can we continue to let this go on? Just how? I know they might be looking at the live view. That's okay. I want them to look at it because I'm always be honest. How can we support that? How? Just tell me how. But yet we stand around and we talk about, oh, the president is doing this. The president, I'ma still say it. We act just like the president. The only difference is we're black. And we do it in a different way. It's no difference. We doing the same thing he doing. You just doing it different. When will we say enough is enough? If we don't get this thing right in Georgia, 2026, they have showed us and told us what they're going to do. And I believe every word they say. If you ask me today, Damita, who do you think going to win these elections? Oh, I got an idea, but I'm going to hold that because elections can be tricky. But for my Democrat Party, that I am a staunch Democrat. Do I agree with everything they say? Absolutely not. But I believe that Democrats should have went in the room. Everybody that was running, put their name, especially on these top tickets in Georgia. I'm talking about Georgia now. They should have went in the room and they should have just sit down, talk, cuss, fight, do whatever they need to do. Eat, do whatever they need to do. But when they came out of that room, they should have had a slate who was going to win or run the race. But when you have 6 Democrats that's running for governor, it's impossible for one candidate that we might want to win because it's going into a runoff. It's going in the runoff. The Democrat Secretary of State is going to go in a runoff. Too many people. And it's several on that list. You even had a Democrat that was running for Fulton County Commissioner, but she decided to get out the commissioner race and run for Secretary of State. Wonder why? Have y'all really sat down and asked yourself, why did she do that? No, because you're so busy trying to kick this person down and talk about this person, and we're not really looking at the big picture. Let's go back to Stacey Abrams. I love me some Stacey Abrams. Stumped hard for Stacey Abrams. Thought Stacey Abrams was going to win that race. But unfortunately, guess what? Even all the other folks, the other ladies that was running behind her, oh, they love Stacey Abrams. They love Stacey Abrams. But when they went into the ballot box to vote, they did not vote for Stacey Abrams. They vote for the white man. You know why? No matter what y'all say and how y'all do it, the white woman is not going to vote for y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all. That's why they put this woman in the race. If she go to the runoff, I say if she go to the runoff, she'll face a Republican, because you got to remember, you guys, this is a Democratic primary. Republicans is not coming out until after those primaries. Now, when the primaries is over, them Republicans is coming out. And a Republican is running in just about every race. Don't get it twisted. Y'all, let me tell y'all, the ones that just won these races that think y'all untouchable, you better pay attention. I have given you an out. Let's sit at the table and talk. They're coming. Then you got Democrats that acting like Democrats that ain't really Democrats. They just want y'all votes. That's all. That's all. And we tend to fall for the okie doke. We have to stop playing politics with the people. We just have to stop. We're talking about the governor race. We're talking about the Secretary of State race. Now, we ain't talking about the judges now. You don't hear nothing about them judges. You got folks on the state level for the judges. You don't hear nobody talking about them. Because you know why? They're going to ease in. You got three African American women that is running against two men and a lady that's been on the bench in Fulton County. You don't hear nobody talking about that. Why? Because they're gonna try to ease it in. That those judges seats are very important. Very important. I'm not saying that some of the judges is biased or racist. I'm not saying that. It is very important because even so, we have some folks look like us. I didn't witness. I wouldn't want them to be our judge because I saw how they act in person. I'm just gonna keep it 100. But you have to realize what's taking place. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about the public service position. I think Herbert, he won the last time. Nobody's talking about you got a seat on there. It's a open seat. It's a seat there. Nobody's talking about that. We're so busy talking about the governor's race, but we missing all the other races. And they gonna slide in, y'all. Y'all need to pay attention. They gonna slide in. You got the Democrat, you got Fulton County Commissioner Chair. Pay attention to that. You got 3 Democrats in that race, and that seat supposed to be I think that's a nonpartisan seat. Pay attention to that race. Especially after the raid at the Fulton County election, and you have candidates saying that they had to go get the votes. Let me tell you something, you guys. The commissioners is not going to get them votes, them ballots. That is a federal case. Nobody can go in there and touch the federal case. It is what it is. Stop letting them gaslight y'all during an election. All that grandstanding went down to the election hub and, oh, we come to get our ballots. Ain't nobody getting them ballots until they get ready to turn them ballots loose. Now, y'all might get mad with me. Although they went in there, 9 times out of 10, the feds ain't gonna go in nowhere unless they got some evidence. Even if it's fake evidence, they are not going to do a raid unless they got their evidence and they close in. They just not going to just go in to get something. You just have to be truthful. Was it something? I don't know. But the feds ain't just going to go in there just to go in there. They got to have a real solid case. They have to have evidence. What evidence they got, I don't know. Maybe some evidence was planted. I don't know. But don't let elected officials tell you that, oh, I'm going to Washington, D.C., Oh, I'm going to get the ballots. They can't get no ballots. They ain't doing nothing but making a fool out of us. Stop it. And if anybody could get those ballots, the person that could get the ballots would be, and I'm just gonna say it, would be the president of Fulton County, which is the chairman. If the chairman can't get them, Bobo and Sally and Wee Wee and Winky can't get them. I'm just gonna tell you, stop it. The election is too important. All those people that went down to the hub, and they're gonna get mad with me. I don't care. They showboating and taking videos. They going to the hub. That wasn't nothing but political stunts. Just to get your face out there because they knew that they couldn't get nothing. I'm just saying. When will we stop playing politics and putting politics over people? That's all I'm saying. We have all the representative seats is up. 68, 69, 62. All of them is up. And every last one of them, I think, has a Republican in the race. Will the Republicans win some of them? Maybe. Maybe not. But I will say, I believe. Now, I ain't going to say that. I just finna say what I thought who was going to win. It's some seats that's going to be safe, and it's some that's not. So we have to make sure that we do what's right. We stump hard, and for the people. And I'm not beating up on all the elected officials, because we do have elected officials that's working hard for the people. We really do. But we got some, they can go and hide and they never got to come back out because they don't do no but showboat. We got a school board that's on the ticket this year. That school board has somebody that's going to be running for the against them. We need to pay attention to that. We have I think we have Attorney General on the ballot. We got several high. We have to pay attention. We have to vet our candidates. We have to go with the best candidate and do what's right. Sometime, let me say this. When I was in California, we didn't have a ballot that said Democrat or Republican. We had Democrat and Republicans on the ballot. And it was times when I went into the ballot box, I voted for some Republicans. Why did I do that? Because I used to pay attention and listen to them. And when we moved to Georgia, you don't get that chance. You either get a Democrat ballot, a Republican ballot, or I think an independent ballot. Where in California, everybody was on the ballot. And going down, when I come to Georgia and really, really got into the politic thing and sit back and went to do my research and saw how some of the people that I voted for in California, how they were doing things. You know, the Bible say when you know better, you do better. Remember that. So I'm not saying all the Republicans are bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying all the Democrats are bad. I'm not saying that. But you have some good. You have good on the side. You have some bad on the side. It is what it is. I have met some wonderful Republicans, just like Democrats. Do I believe in everything they say? Absolutely not. Things that was on the ballot that sometimes we take for granted and we don't understand until we dig deep in. No matter how you feel about a certain issue and you put things on the ballot, you have to make that hard decision what you would do. Some of the things that were put on the ballot, would I go along with some of the stuff? No, I wouldn't. Some things I just can't go along. What do you mean, Damita? What you wouldn't go along? Don't come after this producer, but you can come after me. And when you come after me, you better come right. I don't think a man should go into a girl's bathroom. I just don't. I just don't. What you believe in, that's what you believe in. But don't push your beliefs on me. And that's sometimes what happens. People want to push their beliefs on you. Don't push your beliefs on me. If you want to smoke crack all day and I don't want to smoke crack, don't push it on me. I don't want it. And I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to go along with it. Just because you like it. People should understand they're already trying to take our democracy away from us. The little bit that we got, the little integrity that we got, we need to hold on to it. It is what it is. But when you find out people trying to sell everybody out, for what? When I was coming up, it was very seldom that you would have pastors showboating candidates. Now you have churches and pastors standing up showboating candidates that they want in office. Now you got the churches, the congregation, everybody at odds. Certain things you need to just stay away from. That's just me. I'm not saying you can't have your own opinion, but some things you just need to stay away from. Now you have elected officials using the church. They pimping them out at the church just like they turning tricks. I can't say it no other way. Is it right? No, it's wrong. Then you have folks that's putting on these forms and they already know who they going to support when they go in, and then they go in and they are this is the best candidate. You got five other candidates up there now. Like, what did we do? We did the right thing. But when you walking into a lion's den, be careful about that. I'm sitting back watching all the players. Now, what I will say is I say how I feel. You have people that don't say it, they just talk about it. I'm going to tell you how I feel. You going to know how I feel. I ain't going to change up on you. I am the same Monday through Sunday. I ain't going to change up. The elections is too important for us to play games with it. Then you have, I'm going through some stuff. Then you have organizations, churches. You're going to have to support this person. And then they get mad because if a person that belongs to their organization don't support that person, then they come back and play bully politics. What are you acting like? You talk about the man in the White House, but you're doing the same thing. You're talking about how, oh, they act like the KKK. You're doing the same thing. We might as well just tell the truth. If I know this person that I go to church with, and I know they ain't right, I don't care if the pastor tell me to vote for him. I don't care if the mother board, the usher board, the deacon board, whatever. I ain't voting for him. I'ma stand on what's right. That's the problem we in right now. How can we say or talk about the folks on the across the aisle when we do the exact same thing? The only difference, they show us what they do. They don't hide it. We hide. We hide behind the sheets. We do our dirty stuff, and then we let somebody else carry the ball. What I tell people in the city of South Fulton, they sending me some messages, so I'm gonna turn on this chat. What I tell them in the city of South Fulton, it's no secrets. No secrets. If one person know, you better believe that everybody gonna know. It's no secrets. Somebody gonna tell it. So we have to stop uh playing politics with the people. We got to stop. We have some great candidates that's in these races. We got elected officials that have put people in the race to further their agenda. We got church folks that put people in the race to further their agenda. I'm just gonna tell you, they caught and they uncaught. That's what somebody just sent me. When will we stop playing politics with the people? That's all I'm asking. I don't care if nobody in South Fulton, Georgia, I don't care about nobody liking me. I am going to stand on the truth. I can't do nothing but stand on the truth. Once you lose your integrity, once people find out that you are a liar, that's it. You ain't got nothing but your word, your name, and your credit. So why mess them three things up? You ain't got nothing. So we have to be mindful in this election season. Somebody told me elected officials will be your best buddies. And then they can turn around and be your worst enemy. That's true. And if you don't do what they say do, they'll do everything in their power to try to destroy you. Even have people out there that will carry a lie for them. Will carry a lie for them. The Bible say, oh man, nothing. But yet you want to say how you, oh, I go to church, oh, I do this, oh, I do this, and oh, I do this, and oh, I'm on this trustee board, and I'm on the deacon board, and I'm an elder. Far as I'm concerned, when you out there in the public and you're showing your behind, you are nothing. They ain't looking at you. They ain't carrying on that title. You nothing to them. Voters just want to be heard. Voters want what they voted for. Voters want people to just listen to them. I'm not saying you're going to get everything right, but at least listen to the people. We don't listen to the people. Once we get in office, it's our way or the highway. And I'm getting so sick of these double-minded politicians. I don't know what they double-minded. Today they love you, tomorrow they hate you. The day they with their colleagues, tomorrow they hate their colleagues. You never know which side they're gonna be. And so I've learned just to just leave all of them alone. The day they friends, they taking a good photo op. Oh, they love each other. Tomorrow, they got a knife trying to cut each other up. People see through that. Just stop. Just stop it, because you have some good elected officials out there that the bad elected officials will have a bad name for the good elected officials. I put a post out yesterday or some Saturday. All the people that's on the ballot in Georgia, especially in where I come from, the city of South Fulton. If they win, if one of them folks win that you don't want to win, would you be able to work with them? Will you be able to work with them? Or would you just go on like it is nothing and just keep running like you're running for the next race? Majority of the elected officials are in campaign mode. They're running just like they're running. They ain't won their race now, but they're running for the next race, where they should just be. I'm just gonna use my city, and if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, just ignore it. City council people is only supposed to do is set policies and procedures. You don't supposed to be in the day-to-day operation. I'm not saying that you are. You don't supposed to be trying to do economic development. You don't supposed to be doing that. But everybody's still in campaign mode. Although they won every election, but they're running for the next election. They ain't got out of campaign mode. They still only different. They ain't collecting money. We need to stop and just pause and say, you know what? I won for the next 4 years. I'm in this seat. I'ma do and listen to the people. And then when the people get mad and say something, they want to go out and bash the constituents, say something to the constituents. The constituents is the one to pay y'all checks, taxpayers. Them seats don't belong to these elected officials. Those seats belong to the people. They belong to the people. But until people stop going along to get along, and just because you know their grandmama, you went to school with their daddy, you belong to their sorority, their fraternity, their organizations, until we put all that aside and do what's right for the people, we're going to continue on being in the predicament we are in now. I used to hear people say when I first come to Georgia about going down certain streets. And people ask us often, why did y'all want to become a city in the city of South Fulton? Why not? If we had a annex into Atlanta, I'm just going to use Atlanta. Now we way down here in unincorporated South Fulton. Do you think Atlanta was going to bypass all them places that look like the hood rat to come and do something for you guys? Think about that. Do you think they were going to bypass the Fourth Ward, Bankhead, Camilton Road, and all them other places to come down here and take care of us? I want y'all to think about that. Do you think they were going to come down here? So that's why we had to control where we wanted to go. We made a great, great decision, you guys. Leadership matters. That's all. Leadership matters. And it's all right for us to get, let me tell you what the city of South Fulton had. Ain't nobody said it, but let me make it clear to you. The city of South Fulton had their first mayor. Their first mayor was William Bill Edwards, a black man. City of South Fulton had the second mayor, 8 years now, Khalid Kamal. He said it, I didn't say it. The first black open gay male. He said it, I didn't say it. He said it. Now, the third mayor, we're on 3 mayors now. Now we got the first woman mayor, Carmelita Gums. That's 3 mayors in 8 years. 3 mayors, 3 mayors. Not 2 mayors, not 3 mayors in 8 years. Just let that digest. Oh, we made history. If that's the case, we made history the first year, we made history the second year, and we made history the third year. Let that just sink in. The first 4 years, we didn't hear too much what the mayor did. We heard what the council did. Call a spade a spade. The second year, it's the second mayor term, mayor and council. Not just the mayor and council. We stayed in the news so much that it just got sickening. Now we on our third mayor, and we right at 100 days. And we gonna see how that go. I don't put nobody up on a pedestal, and I don't put nobody up on the shelf, because as sure as they on the shelf, they'll come down. So I just watch. So we have to make sure when we put anybody in office, we got to make sure they're right. I said this on something else. I said, if y'all know grandma ain't right, why put grandma in office? If y'all know that Bobo gonna steal all the money, why have Bobo over the money? I'm just saying. Just let that sink in. Then what happens is we got a race over in Fairburn. And I want you guys to pay attention to that race over there. We have a councilwoman that was removed from office. was elected by the people now, but removed by, I'm looking for the dates, hold on, removed by the council, the council. Was that right? Go back to the law now. Do elected officials have the right to remove people from office that's in office? Do they have the right to do that? Do elected officials have the right to go against the people that elected an elected official in office? Now, it's certain things that they can do, but do they have the right to do that? I want you guys to look at, I'm looking for this thing that the voting. I want you guys to pay attention to all the bills that was passed under the gold dome. The HOA bill. I want you guys to pay attention to that. You guys are going to have to be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. Because whatever you ask for, you might get it. Be careful what you ask for. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful what you ask for. We have some important dates. May 19th is the primary election, nonpartisan election. May 19th. We have the runoff, June 16th. We have the general election, November 3rd. Runoff, December 1st. Secretary of State, we're going to runoff, December 1st. Governor race, we're going to runoff, December 1st. Those two I know going to go in the runoff. Fulton County Commissioner, District 5, is going to go in a runoff. Fairburn Council, the highest voters take the seat. I'm hoping that these representative seats don't have to go in a runoff, because majority of them don't have no Democratic opposition, but they do have a Republican opposition, and the Republicans is not coming out in the Democrat primaries. Lieutenant governor is going into a runoff. Too many in the race. Going in a runoff. So what I'm saying is pay attention to your races. Make sure that you vet your candidates. Don't be pressured into supporting people just because whoever you get in these seats, you're going to have to live with them. And just because people give you collard greens and fried chicken and a little oxtail sometimes, because that's how high off the horse now. Don't sell your soul out for that. Because one thing about it, they're not giving you anything. Your taxpayer dollars is paying for it. They're just out there campaigning for the next election. Your taxes is paying for that. So what I will say to you guys, and I'm gonna leave this with you, make sure when you go, you do what's right, you vote. Every vote is going to count. If you don't vote, your voice don't matter. But you got to vote. Make sure that you're registered to vote. Go to voter page. Make sure your voter registration is up to date. You can go and check if you got your mama's address. You can go check and make sure she's up to date. If you got your cousins, you can go check it. Make sure that it's up to date. Everything is up to date. Don't wait till the day of election and say, I don't have none. I know some people like to go voting on election day. This year, the election lines are going to be long on election day because a Republican governor is on the ballot. Them folks coming out. So if you can go to early voting, please go cast your vote at early voting so you won't have no problems whatsoever. But make sure you vote. And whoever gets in office, we will support, but you got to hold them accountable. So I'm going to leave this with you. When you go to vote, know before you go. Know who's on the ballot. Know what is on the ballot. Know when to vote. Just know before you go. Again, my name is Damita Chatman. I want to thank you for tuning in. The guest that was coming on had an emergency, and we understand emergencies, but we just keep it moving because we're all about the people. I am your host, Damita Chatman of Take a Stand. Thank you for tuning in. I know some people like it, some people won't like it. It don't matter with me. I'm going to always tell the truth. And if I don't tell the truth, if I said something wrong, then you know how to get a hold of me and say, you did something, you said something wrong, and I will accept that. But I stand on what I believe in. I don't waver. The Bible says double-minded person is dangerous, and I'm not double-minded. I'm gonna always be the same. The day, if you see me today, I'm this way. If you see me tomorrow, I'm the same way. I don't change. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in, and we see you on the 27th of, nope, we'll see you, 27th of April, I think. We'll see you the 27th of April. Have a good day. Make sure